So guys, this is the most common asked question. TEF या TCF? कौन सा एग्जाम ले? TEF लें या TCF लें? Just to tell you, both exams are accepted by IRCC for your Canadian immigration. TEF and TCF both comes with 2 years exam validity, right? Let's dive into it. I'll be talking about the exam format, sort of questions, strategies, resources, and the marking scheme. Okay, let's go ahead with this. So guys, this is the chart which you will be getting the marks, right? So based on the CLB 7, you have to score this. So this needs to be in this bar like 434 to 461 if you're talking about the comprehensive agreed and oral. For expression agreed and expression oral, it's between 428 to 471 and 456 to 493. Okay. So if you get any, even a single point lower, obviously you will dive into the NCLC 6, right? So you have to be sure you are targeting CLB 7 plus in order to get it desired result. If you're getting CLB 7, you will be getting additional 50 points based on your second language as free. And if you're just getting CLB 5 regards to speaking and listening, you can extend your work permit for 2 years. Okay, let's understand the exam format. So when it comes to the TEF comprehension oral, which is listening, right? I'll be talking in this TEF listening and TEF reading. So both do have 40 questions, but when it comes to the listening, it consists of 40 minutes. 40 questions needs to be answered, and in this 60 minutes you will be getting to answer 40 questions. So the questions are related to announcement, public interview, conversations, or radio emissions, right? As all reading and listening consist of multiple choice question where you will be getting the one correct answer. I will be decoding what TEF section wise, like 40 questions dividend similarly for reading part. Okay. I bet you no one gonna tell you this. So when it comes to the TEF comprehension oral, you will be having this seven sections, right? Where you will be having documentaire, phrase listener, text listener, lecture rapid text, and the graphic, right? Document administrative, professional, a article de press. And when it comes to the TEF comprehension agreed, you will be having these sections, right? Let's move ahead. Now we'll talk about the TCF comprehension oral and TCF comprehension agreed. In TCF comprehension oral, you will be having 25 minutes where you need to answer 29 questions. And TCF comprehension, which is bit lower than TEF. And TCF comprehension agreed is 60 minutes, 39 questions. So when it comes to the question part, it's bit lesser, but not regards to the level. Both do have the similar CFR bands which you need to target if you're going for the CLB 7. So you need at least B2 level in all four aspects to get your CLB 7. So I'm sharing the techniques like how you can enhance your listening and how you can get good scores, right? You should be very much concentrated when you're doing the exam. And I will be recommending you to go with radio, podcast, live audio, video, the conversation, right? Just to maintain your level. Because listening is something you have to train your ears from day one. If you don't know what all resources needs to be used when it comes to the comprehension oral, how you can practice that. So stay tuned in this video. At the end, I'll be sharing some resources which our native trainers and like official examiners recommending and using during their preparations and their training. So when it comes to the reading, so it should be definitely have to read the question first before answering, before going to the text, right? And try to do as official exercises. For example, you can definitely get from Prep My Future 7 speaking, or there are certain channels where you can get it, like TV Sandpont, RFE server, and so on. So now we'll talk about the writing and speaking part for TCF. TCF is having both do have 3 tasks each, right? So when it comes to the writing, you will be having 60 minutes where 3 tasks needs to be taken care. So task 1 is of A1, A2, where you have to write hardly 60 to 120 words. For task 2, you have to write 120 to 150 words. And task 3 is up to 180 words, which is on higher level. And when it comes to the TCF production oral, task 1, it's like basic introduction where you have to talk about 2 minutes. Task 2 is like a situation where you have to collect sort of jeu de rôle, where you will be getting 2 minutes of preparation. It consists of 3.5 minutes, like a real conversation with your trainer. And last task 3, where you have to present the document for 4 minutes, 30 seconds by giving your opinion. And most importantly, there is no preparation time. So you have to be sure that what all themes are part of this, you will be well versed with it. If you want to know all themes, like going forward, I'll be talking about that too. Okay, let's move ahead. So when it comes to the TCF production right task 1, these all keywords you can use it when you're talking about your presentez-vous. And so this is the TCF production oral task 2, like just for your understanding, for example, like what sort of questions come. I use these documents from the official platforms, right? So this is the, as it is, the question you will be getting in. And TCF production oral task 3, right? Like, quel est le rêve de le plus important que vous voudriez réaliser, pourquoi? Expliquez pourquoi ce rêve est essentiel pour vous, right? You have to talk on this by giving your arguments, example pertinent for at least 4 minutes. And when it comes to the writing part, so task 1, where you have to write 60 to 120 words, and task 2, this type, so this is the task 3, where you will be getting the 2 documents where you have to write down your point of view. Now we'll dive into the TEF production clean and production oral, right? So TEF, they do have 2 sections only, so which is more realistic and more straightforward exam, right? So section A is writing part, where you have to complete the story by writing 80 words, and section B is you have to give 3 arguments at giving your examples conclusion, right, in order to maintain at least 200 words, which is the main part that deciding your CLB, right? And when it comes to the TEF production oral, you will be getting 15 minutes where you need to ask, you do have tackled by 2 sections. So section A is having a conversation where you have to collect the information by asking at least 10 to 12 questions. Section B is informal situation where you have to converse with your friend, and which is of 8 minutes. So it's like more intensive. You have to convince him for the given situation. I'll show you the example of section A, right? So for example, this type of advertisement you are getting in, you have to ask 10 to 12 questions in order to get proper details of it. And section B, just for your understanding, what sort of question comes. Okay. So this is section A of writing part, right? And section B of TEF. Okay. So now we'll talk about the resources which you can use it in when you are preparing for, or you are doing such practices for comprehension degree and oral. If you need this document in your DM, do text us or do comment us so that I can share it with you. Merci beaucoup. I hope now you will get an understanding TEF or TCF. TEF or TCF is not just based on the exam, it's based on the exam format and the students understanding and their level. For example, because every exam like TEF is having more logical when it comes to the speaking and writing, but comprehensions are more detailed. Similarly, TCF comprehensions are bits lower, like small size, right? But when it comes to the speaking and writing, they do have three tasks, right? So better if you need any consultation or guidance, do connect with us. My team is happy to help you in order to choose the correct exam. Merci beaucoup.